From tutoring children to start making a living at 16, to landing her first job in one of India's first multinational companies at the age of 18. Coming from a very modest background to owning her own home with her husband at 25. From going against all norms of society and marrying outside of her religion, to even breaking rules of patriarchy in the workplace. From deepening her own quest for Vedanta and spirituality, to taking that and sharing the essence of our culture with so many children. From being a full-time employee, a full-time mother to 2 children, and also being a dedicated healthcare provider to her ailing parents. I'm very proud to introduce today to you my mother, Annapurna, who stands for so many beautiful qualities, and I'm taking this moment to share some of that with you as well. Well, so today I'm sitting here with my mom on Mother's Day, having a little chat. It's the first time for both of us sitting here in front of a camera. Well, I never thought I'd be doing a podcast, let alone sitting with my mom and having a conversation, but I'm excited. So I have a few questions for you, Mama. But before that, happy Mother's Day.
Thank
I know
you
I
so
wished
much.
you already, but I'm so glad that you decided to do this. So thank you.
Thank you for bringing me on podcast.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
So I think my first question to you is about grit, because I have seen you come out of many difficult situations and a lot of life struggles in a very graceful way, and you didn't let any of that break you. So did you have one secret sauce or, one anchor point? What was it that kept you grounded and helped you see the sun or the light on the other side?
I think it's faith in God and trusting myself, and a very good support system in my friends. They were always there for me.
Yeah.
So that kept us going.
Yeah, I'm sure, because your friends eventually became, family and support systems for us too. Aunts and uncles, so many of them that I can't even count now. So yes, we've been very blessed and fortunate for all the support and love that our family has received.
None of this would not have been possible without the support of your dad. And he was my great pillar of strength all these years.
Yeah.
And we'll be celebrating a 50th wedding anniversary next month.
I know.
And then it was a beautiful journey throughout.
Yes, absolutely. A wonderful journey together, and
Yes.
I'm so grateful that we get to celebrate 50 years of it next month. You've always broken barriers. You've never given in to the rules of society. You've stood and fought against patriarchy in your own way through whatever life situations you had. That's something I always admired. But today, sitting here, I'm wondering whether it's something that came to you inherently, or do you think there was an influence in your upbringing, and whether it's something your parents maybe inculcated in you, or just something you observed and picked up?
I think I observed and picked it up, mainly because of my father. Father was like that, and he broke all societal norms those days, and he married a widow with 2 kids for the second time, and he gave her a life, and he included 2 children as his own children, and then I was born much later. So I have seen him, in spite of all the hardships, he included people in his life, and then he gave them a life. So maybe I was greatly influenced by that, and then it was so natural for me to imbibe that.
Yeah. He set that example.
Yeah, and those days it was not easy like these days, those were the
True.
days where it was a very big thing for a man to marry a widow, and
he must have faced a lot of backlash.
From his own family also. There was a social boycott. They were not invited for weddings or ceremonies within the family, and then slowly they came around. But initially, he had that grit to face that society.
Yeah.
So probably
Wow.
I inherited that from my father.
Yeah, and this was the 1940s, so my granddad broke a lot of societal norms back in the day, and definitely it passed down to the next generation. You have it in so many ways, Mom, and I think that's a lesson to us. It's not necessarily about going out and fighting some battles, but it's just about respecting ourselves and standing in our power and not letting anybody take that away. Well, my last question to you is about parenting. So I somehow feel that new age parents kind of have it more difficult today because of the realm of experience that children have and the limited control or influence, if you will, that parents have. So was it easier bringing up children in your age, and do you think it's more complex today?
At every age, it was difficult. I don't say that it was easy those days. But now people should understand why they want to bring forth a child into this world. Conscious living, consciously if you bring forth, and if you do the groundwork and prenatal education, and then all that people, if they start believing in, and of course our country produced some great people.
Yeah.
And when you read about their life story, then there is a lot people they have done, the parents have done. They consciously brought forth children, not just by just like that. So if one wants to have a child, they should by all means do whatever is necessary from the conception,
Right.
not after the children are born.
Yeah, it's
Because-
an investment that
yeah,
starts much before.
Yes, I believe in prenatal education.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
we have stories
So
in
many.
our scriptures about Prahlada, born to a
Yeah.
demon,
Yeah.
and then he turned out to be so good. So these are all the things people should start thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. What's your advice to new age parents when it comes to consciously bringing up their children in today's world?
First of all, they should change their lifestyle, because culture is not taught, it is caught. So once they make their lifestyle even before the children come, and they will learn by seeing the parents. So
Yeah.
then it will be so easy, and that is a big thing. If they're willing to do that, then only produce children.
Correct.
Otherwise
if
there's-
you're willing to make that kind of a sacrifice and commitment. Yeah. Well, sometime back we were talking and you shared something about how there was more standard of life in your day and age and not just standard of living.
Yeah.
That was a very interesting thought that maybe today we're so caught up in just the amenities and comforts and standard of life, but not thinking so consciously about standard of
That's true.
living.
Like, you thought our life was a struggle and all that, but I told you that it was not so. We still had good moments and we had fun moments and all that. So we were having standard of life was very high those days, even though the comforts and standard of living was low. So nowadays I see in most of the young parents, and because of that, doing well in life and all, the standard of living, they're all concentrating on living.
Yeah.
And somehow standard of life got lost. So they both should go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So this kind of conscious thinking, if they have, life will be much better for them and for the next generation.
True. Yeah.
And I also strongly feel that every generation should make the next generation better than what they were.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I have done better than what my parents did. And then I'm so proud that you and Sonia, both of you, are doing much more than what we did in way of inclusiveness, going into higher spirituality and things like that, and meditation. So I'm so happy that I have learned a lot from my children, both of you, and it goes on. Learning is a lifelong process, and I always remain like a student of life.
Yeah, that is beautiful. Well, this was an interesting quick chat but definitely a lot of insights and very simple reminders to keep thinking consciously, living consciously, and leaving the world a better place more consciously.
Yes.
Thank you, Mama, for doing this with me, and
Thank you.
I'm glad we're in the same place and able to do this in person. Well, I hope that stays with you, as I know it will most certainly stay with me. And until I see you next time, keep thinking inwardly.